Welcome to today's tech treat. MongoDB is probably, as at this moment, one of the most famous NoSQL databases out there. It's an extremely powerful database because the out of the box features that it provides, such as replication and sharding, are extremely powerful. And along with that, the query times are extremely fast and they have a very extensive aggregation framework which allows you to query and so on and so forth. And that's why the industry acceptance of MongoDB has grown exponentially highly. But for a developer, when someone is trying to use MongoDB and to test out some simple stuff, it might be a tedious task to set up a whole MongoDB instance, maybe in a local machine or a cloud instance. So there is a pretty little tool called mtools, which is extremely powerful in helping you set up a MongoDB instance. And when I say a single MongoDB instance, I mean it could be a single MongoDB instance, it could be a replica set, or it could even be a sharded cluster containing replica sets in each of the shards. The thing is, it's extremely fast and very easy to set up, and it will save you a lot of time and hassle to set up a simple MongoDB cluster to run out your tests in your shards or in your replica sets. All right. To represent this, I have a small document in front of you which outlines the steps. I will be putting these in the description box below. But I would also like to show you of how simple and easy it is. So what I have done is set up a very small Amazon instance, EC2 instance, which is completely empty as of now. It is running Amazon Linux. I think it's a T4, T2 micro instance. So very small machine, nothing big here. What I will do is that I will simply run a pip3 install because pip3 is available by default in Amazon machines. So we will do a pip3 install and we will see mtools all. Okay, this is a Python install and it is downloading all the dependencies of mtools. It goes through pretty fast, not a big file here. While this is done, the next thing that we will have to do is to set up a MongoDB repository and then download MongoDB so that it can find, while setting up the tools, it can find those binaries. All right. So it's pretty straightforward. You just create a file and put this path and copy and paste the whole thing there. I am using MongoDB 6, which is the latest version of MongoDB as of now. So I will put the whole thing here. I guess you will not be able to see this because it's outside there, but anyway, all I have done is copied and pasted that. Now if you want, I would be able to show you. So what I have done is copy and pasted the contents of this one here. You can find this below, or you can also find this in MongoDB websites. All right, and that's about it. After you have done that, you simply have to run a yum install and you should be able to install the MongoDB. What's the problem? Is it done? Ah, okay. I did a mistake in the file. Let me set it up. Yeah, one. Yep. There we go. So MongoDB is now, well, installed. All right. Now, how do we use mtools? We already have installed MongoDB almost, and we have installed mtools. That's all you need to do. And now let's say we want to set up a replica set or a sharded cluster. All we will say, let's give it one more minute to complete. So we'll say mlaunch, or if you look at now, you are in a directory. So let me create a directory, um, shard directory, something like that. Okay, and then we will go inside this and we will use mlaunch. Okay, that's the command. nch, and then you have to just simply say init, and then you have to pass the parameter directory. You are already in the shard directory, so I will say dot. And what do you want to init? You want to init replica set, I guess. Yep, replica set, and you have to provide sharded because I want to set up a sharded cluster. And then you have to provide the names of the shards. So I have written the tick, the tack, and toe. So I'm setting up three shards, each shard containing a replica set, which will all be installed in this location. You press this enter, and first mlaunch will detect the MongoDB version which we just installed. So it was 6.02. Then it's launching the MongoDB instance. Now you see it's launching all of those MongoDB instances. Since it's a three shard cluster, it will be installing in a total of 9 MongoDB processes, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and 1 2 3. And then it started a config server on 27027. I will not get into the details of what a config server is and what is a Mongo S, but these are all the components of a MongoDB sharded cluster. So 9 instances of MongoDB running, 1 instance of config server running, replica sets are initialized and added, and then one Mongo S instance, which is running on the 27017, which is the default port of MongoDB. So now if you simply run Mongo SH, it would connect to the default port, localhost 2707, which in this case is the Mongo S, and you would see that you are now inside a MongoDB sharded cluster. You can test it out by saying sh.status, and you will see that we have got three shards here, take, tack, and toe, and this is one active Mongo S, and we have the auto splitter and balancer on, and then there is a database. All right, if you want to show DBs, you will be seeing the DBs and all of that. So to that's as simple as it gets when you want to set up a sharded cluster. All right, now in this, you could want to create chunks, to create data, and then verify that the data goes into a certain shard. You can do that by connecting to a single replicas inside the shard, and you will be able to understand that one shard would contain a subset of the data, which your Mongo S will be able to redirect to. All right, that's about it for today's tech treat. See you soon. Thank you, everyone.